Hello, my friends. I am Zoe. Before we start, I just want to say thank you, truly. Thank you for pressing play and for spending these few quiet minutes with me. I know your days can be busy, sometimes even heavy, yet you still choose to show up and listen. That means a lot to me. Maybe your heart feels tired or your mind keeps running in circles. I understand that feeling. We all have those days. So while you are here, let this be your calm place to rest. Take a slow breath, let your shoulders relax, and just listen. You know, I used to wait for the perfect moment, when I had more energy, more motivation, when everything felt right. But that moment never really came. One morning, I realized that waiting was just another way of standing still. So instead of waiting, I started small. Just 5 minutes of action, one tiny step. And something beautiful happened. The moment I began, inspiration slowly followed. Maybe that is what we forget sometimes, that action does not come after motivation. It is the seed that creates it. There is always a quiet moment before every big change in life. It's not loud and it's not dramatic. It often looks like you, sitting alone and thinking, maybe I will start tomorrow. But that moment, right there, is where your life begins to move or stay still. You've probably been in that place before. You wake up, look at your list of things to do, such as study, exercise, send that message, or start that project. Yet something inside you whispers, not today. You scroll, you wait, and you tell yourself that you need motivation. You believe that one morning you will suddenly feel ready, full of energy and full of fire. But days pass, and that feeling never really comes. Let me tell you something I learned the hard way. Motivation does not come first. Action does. You don't move because you feel inspired. You feel inspired because you move. So before we go deeper, I want you to pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. Look around you. This simple moment, this ordinary now, could be the exact moment when everything starts to change for you. Not because it is special, but because you choose to act within it. A few years ago, I sat in front of my computer late at night. The room was quiet except for the soft sound of the fan. I had been thinking about starting something for months, a podcast where I could talk about growth, life, and learning English. I had the idea, the notes, even the microphone, but I kept waiting. I told myself, I will start when I feel ready. Every night I repeated that same sentence. I just need a bit more time. I should buy a better microphone. I will do it next Monday. And every time I said that, I felt safe, but also disappointed. One night, I asked myself a question that hit me deeply. What exactly are you waiting for? The room was still. The air felt heavy. I realized that I was not waiting for time or tools or inspiration. I was waiting for fear to disappear, and that was never going to happen. So I opened my laptop, pressed record, and started speaking. My voice shook. My hands were cold. I stumbled on words. But when I finished, I smiled. Not because it was perfect, but because I finally did it. That moment became the seed of everything that followed. Today, thousands of people listened to those recordings, but the most important listener was me, the version of myself who finally stopped waiting. You might think that you are lazy, but you are not. You are simply caught between knowing and doing. It is a quiet space, but it can be painful because you want to change, but fear the effort it will take. Most people believe that they need motivation first. They wait for that spark, that perfect morning, that clear mind, that rush of excitement. But the truth is that motivation is like a shy cat. It does not come when you call. It comes when it sees you moving. When you delay action, it is not only time you lose, you also lose trust in yourself. Every time you promise, I will do it later, and do not, a small voice inside whispers, See, you did not do it again. That whisper grows louder until you stop believing in your own words. You tell yourself that you are resting, but it does not feel like rest. You tell yourself that you are waiting for the right time, but deep down, you know time keeps moving without you. Let us be honest. Waiting feels safe because it protects you from failure. If you do not start, you cannot fail. If you do not try, no one can judge you. But the price of that safety is very high. It slowly empties your confidence and steals your future. It's like standing at a bus stop, waiting for the perfect bus to arrive. The longer you wait, the more buses pass by. At first you think, maybe the next one will be better. But after a while, you realize the buses were never the problem. Waiting was. What waiting was. And waiting changes your relationship with time. Days start to blend together. You feel busy, but nothing moves forward. You confuse planning with progress, thinking with doing, and comfort with peace. You wonder why life feels heavy. But here is the truth. You do not need perfect conditions to start. You only need one small step, because action is what wakes up your motivation. It is not magic, it is biology. When you move, your brain releases energy. You feel alive again. That is why even cleaning your room or walking for 5 minutes can change your whole mood. If you have been waiting for a sign to start, maybe this is it. You do not need to run. You do not need to do everything at once. You just need to move once, because one small step leads to another. Stillness becomes strength, slowly, quietly, and faithfully. Start small. Open the book. Write one sentence. Stretch your body. Say hello to that person. Record the first 30 seconds. Small actions look weak, but they are powerful. They are how you rebuild trust with yourself. And once you start, something amazing happens. Your emotions begin to follow your actions. You stop needing motivation and start building momentum. Momentum is different from motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Momentum is a rhythm. When you act every day, even a little, you teach your brain that movement is normal, not scary. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is not punishment. It is not about being hard on yourself. Discipline is a quiet promise, a promise that you will show up for your dreams even when you do not feel like it. It is saying, I care about my future enough to move today. Think about brushing your teeth. You do not wait until you feel inspired to brush. You just do it. It is not exciting, but it keeps you healthy. Now imagine if you treated your goals the same way. That is how success is built, through gentle, consistent action. Here's a small example. One of my students wanted to learn English for years. She kept saying, I will start when I have more time. But she never found that time. One day, I told her, study for just 5 minutes today. She did. Then 10 minutes the next day. After a few weeks, she was learning an hour a day, not because she forced herself, but because action built momentum. Now she speaks confidently, and she often says, that first 5 minutes changed everything. The truth is, you do not build confidence by waiting to feel confident. You build it by keeping your word to yourself, over and over again. Every small action tells your brain, I can count on you. And that trust becomes your power. So be gentle but firm. Do not push too hard, but do not stop. You do not need to feel strong to begin. You become strong because you began. If you only act when you feel ready, you might wait forever. Because readiness is not a feeling, it is a decision. The people who change their lives are not the ones who wait for perfect timing. They are the ones who start with shaky hands and beating hearts. They are the ones who act scared and do it anyway. Yes, discipline can feel boring. Yes, it can be repetitive, lonely, and uncomfortable. But so does regret, and regret costs much more. Every time you act, even when it is small, you grow roots of trust inside yourself. You begin to understand that strength does not come from feeling good. It comes from choosing to move even when you do not. So if you are listening to this and waiting for the right moment, I want to tell you something very simple. The right moment is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Now. Do it quietly. Do it scared. Do it imperfectly. Because one day you will look back and realize that small, nervous beginning was the moment your life quietly changed direction. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do right now to move forward? Then do it. Do not overthink it. Do not wait for a sign. This is your sign. Because every time you move, life meets you halfway, and you discover something powerful. You were never waiting for motivation. You were waiting for you.